welcome to Low Carb Cafe. I'm Kelly. Today's recipe is another Thanksgiving special. It is for stuffing, and it's probably not going to help you guys right now because I had a special order bread, and it's only a couple days till Thanksgiving, so you're probably not going to be able to get it in time. But if you have your own low-carb bread that you can get locally, I personally can't, then great, use it in this recipe. Alter your count, and I'll tell you the bread that I'm using I found on an advertisement on Jimmy Moore's website, and if you don't know who Jimmy Moore is, he is the man behind Livin' La Vida Low Carb, and he's got a great YouTube site and a great website, livinlavidalowcarb.com. And the bread is from Julian Bakery. Website will be flashing on your screen right now. And the bread that I'm using is Smart Carb number 1. It is 13 grams of carb per slice, but 12 grams of fiber. So that's 1 net carb per slice. And it does have a lot of seeds and things on the crust, so I just cut the crust off. I've used this for toast. I've used this for buns on a bunless burger that I got from Jack in the Box. And now I'm using it for stuffing. So far, everything, it's really good. It doesn't have a bad texture. It's good. I'm really impressed with this. So, but like I said, consider 1 net carb. Alter your count if you're using a different low-carb bread and you know those counts. So, without further ado, as I always say, and I'm trying to stop saying that, let me tell you what you need for today's recipe. Today's recipe is a trial run for me, so I'm only using half of the ingredients that I'm going to use on Thanksgiving, and I'm only serving 4 to 6 people, so keep that in mind. It's 4 cups of the low-carb bread, diced, 3/4 of a cup of celery, chopped fine, 3/4 of a cup onion, chopped fine, and it called for fresh parsley, but I only had dried, so it's 1/4 of a cup of dried parsley. We'll see how that works. 1/2 cup of chicken stock, 1/4 of a cup of butter, 1/2 teaspoon of thyme, and 1/2 teaspoon of sage. So let's get this started, and we'll see how it works out. Okay, so you melt your butter and add your celery, your onion, and 1/2 of your parsley. Also going to add your thyme and your sage. Just stir everything around really well, and then we're just going to cook it until the vegetables are soft. Also, don't forget to set your oven to 350 degrees, which I didn't tell you to do. So I'm telling you now. Once the vegetable mixture is done, you're going to get a big bowl and put these in it. The house totally smells like Thanksgiving right now. You're going to add the bread. And then the chicken stock. Rest pretty okay. So I'm going to put it in a dish, and I'll be right back. The recipe calls for me to add the rest of the parsley to the stuffing mix, which by the way looks really good. But I don't think it needs any more, so I'm not going to. So you are going to grease For the half recipe, I'm just doing an 8x8 pan. And I'm just going to give it a little shot of oil. And then you're going to put the stuffing in it. Good. You're going to cover it with aluminum foil. You're going to bake it covered for 20 minutes, and then after that 20 minutes you are going to remove the aluminum foil and bake an additional 20 minutes. Now that was for the full recipe, so since I have it, I'm going to try doing it for 10 minutes and 10 minutes, and I'll let you know how that works out. Here is one serving of the finished product. I let it cook without the aluminum foil on it for about 3 more minutes, but I don't think it made that much of a difference. It's good. I would almost use some more spices. I might look at different recipes to put some more spices in here because it's good, the texture's good, everything, it's flavorful, but it feels like it's missing something. And I've never made stuffing from scratch before, so I don't know what that something is. Feel free to chime in the comments, and we will perfect the recipe. But it's good. Tastes like stuffing. The texture, everything. God, I love this bread. It counts. What I made today was 4 servings. It's 320 calories per serving. 14 grams of fat, 22 grams of protein, and 8 net carbs. There's a lot of carbs in the recipe, but there are a lot of grams of fiber too. So the net carbs work out. Yeah, it's just missing a little something with the flavor. Feel free to leave a comment on what you normally put for spices in your stuffing, and then we can I can add it to my recipe for Thursday. But for now, thanks for joining me on Low Carb Cafe. I'll see you next time.